Are you kidding me?
Here's a shot that way they score!
Canal switches hands.
He scored!
Oh my goodness!
The regular season is coming to a close, and the chase for the championship is heating up. Halifax, still in second in the East, is looking to break out of a 4-game slide. Rochester, down but not out, is a team battling for a spot in the postseason. There's still much to be decided, and it starts next. It's the NLL on TSN. It's a beautiful evening outside the Scotiabank Centre in downtown Halifax, Nova Scotia. And we're going to welcome you inside the nest for the final time in the regular season tonight as the Halifax Thunderbirds play host to the Rochester Knighthawks. Hello everyone, it's Pete Dalladay along with Pat Gregoire inside the nest, as we say. And we got two teams here that have a little bit of history, Pat, because the Thunderbirds moved from Rochester here to beautiful Halifax, and then Rochester gets an expansion team, if you will. So a little pride on the line tonight, and it's a must-win for the Knighthawks.
It's a must-win because they have to keep their playoff hopes alive and pretty much start playoff lacrosse right now. It's a must-win game. That term gets thrown around all the time, but certainly is. You could say for Halifax, maybe it's a must-win as well. Currently on a 4-game slide, they need to turn things around to keep pace with some of the other teams that are starting to heat up in the East.
We'll go over some of the scenarios because we're getting close to teams clinching. Buffalo's clinched, and we'll talk more about that as we go on. But let's get right into our players to watch. As far as the Knighthawks are concerned, there's a couple of them, of course, but who's a guy you're really going to be watching here tonight?
I can't wait to see Ryan Smith play. He's a big body. He has silky mitts. He's just a fun player to watch, and he's a guy that has really come to his own. He's a rookie with this team, but he's playing for a vet and as a vet, and he's a guy that not only you need to watch him tonight, you're going to watch him going forward.
As far as the home team, the Halifax Thunderbirds, are concerned, I mean, you've been watching this guy for a little bit. You knew that he'd be in for a great year. He got off to a great start, and that is Chris Boucher.
Yeah, Chris Boucher was a healthy scratch last game, but whenever he is in the lineup, he is a constant contributor with this offense. He's a guy that's really gaining a lot of confidence, and I think that this is a chance for him to prove that he belongs in the lineup every single game. We know how much depth there is on this right side, so it's going to be a competition every single time someone touches the floor.
So there's a good look at Boucher right there, number 21 for your Halifax Thunderbirds. And it's time now to introduce the third member of the team here, and he's downstairs. That is Tyson Geik, and Tyson is standing by with one of the hosts of one of my favorite podcasts, and yours as well, Back of the Bird. It's Paul Dawson.
Paul, special teams have been a nagging issue for both the Knighthawks and the Thunderbirds all season long. How much of a focal point is that this evening as you look to walk away with the W and continue the chase for the championship here?
Yeah, it's a huge focal point. Obviously, shorthanded, the first goal is not to take penalties. Obviously, they got a dangerous team over there, and then power play is just something we've kind of always been working on. It's just, realistically, I think it's just hitting our shots on the power. If we hit our shots, it kind of changes our percentages. But yeah, as far as short man, we try not to take penalties against any team in this league.
Thanks, Paul. Best of luck up there.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Coming up next, the Thunderbirds ready to roll. The Knighthawks coming out onto the floor as well. You're watching the NLL on TSN.
What is belief? What is belief? At Nathan McKinnon, at 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks.
You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score. We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
Alterna offers easy, more personal financial services and puts the good in banking. Visit Alterna.ca to learn more. By Fanatics.ca, the NLL's home for officially licensed everything. Visit Fanatics.ca today. And by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
Welcome back to Halifax as the Thunderbirds all set and ready to go. And there's the gentlemen that are going to be in charge of this one, Pats.
Yes, we have Kyle Krotman, the crew chief, alongside Ryan Wilson and Blair Ferguson. And, of course, Mike Melvin is our score clock operator.
Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders, and we'll start right here. Who's going to be down to our left, and that is Whitby, Ontario native Joel Watson. Getting the nod here tonight for the visiting Rochester Knighthawks. He'll be busy, I would think, and in there somewhere is the king of the hill, Warren Hill, looking to bounce back after a few losses here over the last couple weeks. This is where he plays probably his best lacrosse, and Warren is in there somewhere. There he is. He's all ready to roll here, wearing his familiar number 76, and his backup right there, Aaron Bold. Not a bad backup in case you need a little extra security there.
There's no doubt that Mike Kersey and this coaching staff hoping Warren Hill plays the full game, looking for a bounce back. It wasn't his best effort last week against Buffalo, but they have full confidence in this guy that he's a starting goalie. Not only is he a starting goalie, but he's one of the game's elite. Even the best have games off, Pete. It's just unfortunate it was against a top team against Buffalo.
It can happen. That is for sure. As we get very close to the opening face-off here between the Knighthawks and the Thunderbirds, the final regular season home game for Halifax. There's a look at some of the comparisons. And the opening face-off is presented by Sports Interaction. And it's showtime in Halifax. We're underway here on the East Coast. And a real good fight for this opening face-off. It continues along the near boards, and finally Tyson Bell grabs it and drops it. Withers is there to help him out if needed, but it's now played by Clark Peterson, and Halifax will have the first chance to draw first blood here tonight. Here comes Stephen Keogh to Clark Peterson. Peterson moves it over. Feed coming in right to the goal, shoots, and a good opportunity, a penalty coming up early in this one. We'll get to the power play, but in the meantime, let's talk some odds. There's Mr. Gregoire.
I do believe those odds are flip-flopped, as Halifax Thunderbirds are the heavy favorite, but something that they have not been too favorite in is scoring goals on the power play. But they're going to have a chance here. Dawson Theed getting hauled to the ground by Chris Willman. So Rochester, a team that is heavily penalized, so maybe this is a chance for Halifax to start to heat up.
Shot coming. Shanks just missing. And saving it here, doing his best, was Cody Jamieson, but it goes across the restraining line, and it's going to be Rochester ball.
And something that Tyson Geik, our sideline reporter, noted earlier in the week, the Halifax Thunderbirds are 4-0 when they score that first goal, and 6-0 after leading the first. So hot start, starting on time, something that is so important for this group.
Here is Graham Hosick as Rochester loses control of the ball, and Hosick, the Port Perry, Ontario native, gets it in, and the Halifax Thunderbirds power play is back. Shanks back and forth with Clark Peterson. Shanks to the top for Cody Jamieson. Jamieson playing catch with Shanks. Shanks, Jamieson looks, got some room over the top. He wants to get that big shot away. We've seen him score many like that before. Peterson keeps it in, gets it into the corner, but 1 at a time on the shot clock.
Not the hottest of starts for this man advantage for Halifax. It just continues to struggle. Just 25%, a dead last spot in the man advantage amongst all NLL teams. Something that is just absolutely mind-boggling for many people across the league with just how many dynamic shooters they have.
34 seconds left on the power play. Thunderbirds wanting to get this one back here, and they'll have a chance because the shot clock will expire at the other end, and it's going to be Ryan Varatenko grabbing it here, getting off the floor, and the power play with one final chance here to work it. Shanks will roll the ball here to Stephen Keogh. Keogh to Clark Peterson, over to Cody Jamieson. Back to Jamieson. Looks, Peterson. He's got some room, comes in, fakes. Still has it across to Jamieson. His shot maybe was a pass for Shanks. Either way, it goes wide. Shanks to Jamieson down low. Here's an opportunity, and a shot by Theed just missing. So, couple chances there, Pat, but nothing to show for the first power play of the night.
They got some good looks. They did get a couple of good looks there. Just not the right execution. As we mentioned off the top of the broadcast, Rochester, the most penalized team in the NLL, so there's a good chance they're going to get another opportunity.
Tony got it across, shot coming wide. Goes back. Let's take another look at those odds here, Pat.
There you see it. The Thunderbirds, a heavy favorite at minus 255, and the odds makers might think it might be a little bit of a shootout with the total set at 22.5.
Bushi double team down in the corner. Rochester playing some solid D early here as the ball's moved ahead to Matt Bennett. Bennett fakes a little drop, and he'll get it instead to the far side. Rochester with an opportunity to open the scoring here inside the nest. Here's Turner Evans. Evans hangs on to it for now, rolls towards the top, moves it down a little further, gets it back, or that was the plan, but Halifax on this steal. Here comes Gillies. Gillies coming in, shoots and misses. Oh, he's been so good, Brad Gillies, on transition.
Yeah, 4 goals up, and we'll have another chance maybe here.
There's the pass across, it got intercepted. And it's backyard lacrosse right now, just up and down, a little wild.
The fans certainly love it, but this will drive a coach absolute bonkers.
Turner Evans with 12 goals on the season, looking for 13 tonight. Shot coming, Warren Hill with the stop. Full 30 on the reset for Rochester. Evans to Katoni. Hill moving over to Knights, Curtis Knights. Loose ball right in front of the Halifax crease, and the Thunderbirds will get it and head up the floor. Thompson will play it.
I know there was a lot of chatter of Warren Hill not playing his best, but the defense knew that their effort against Buffalo was not great. They were too chasing. They didn't pack it in tight. A much better effort early on here in tonight's affair.
Eric Fennell to Stephen Keogh, shoots a bounce shot going wide on the short side. Cody Jamieson looking for the loose ball, but scooped up here by Rochester, and a penalty coming up to the Thunderbirds in behind the play. In the meantime, 2-on-1, pass across, backhand shot, and Warren Hill with a nice save. Denying Danny Coates. So we will be back with a Rochester power play as we look at the infraction right here coming up. It's going to go to Stephen Keel. You're watching the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
Welcome back. Scoreless game. Enjoying a Thunder Brew there. About to go on a power play, Rochester is.
Yeah, we talked about this, Pete, ad nauseum. These two teams, no strangers of the penalty box. As you see right there, Rochester averaging 18.23 penalty minutes a game, but Rochester not the only ones who parade to the sin bin, as Halifax, you see there, 14.15, and both the power play and the penalty kill amongst some of the worst. So both these teams really trying to not only stay disciplined, but also improve when they're either on the man up or the man down.
All right, here we go. Knighthawks on the power play. As Smith starts it off, he's going to play the top. He's got Katoni as his shooter, and he's got the ball right now. Katoni back to Smith. Ryan Smith, shot, Hill with a stop. And Halifax ball. Up the floor they go. Gillies couldn't handle it. Tyson Bell is there to scoop it up.
Great ball movement by Rochester. Quarterback, that power play. Ryan Smith, the Bobby Mograd, showing why he was our player to watch. But big save by Warren Hill on that outside shot.
Shanks to Bushi, back to Shanks. Looking for the game's first goal. Will it come short-handed? Loose ball on the carpet, and Rochester picks it up.
Dawson Thede and Paul Dawson having a little bit of a chin wag there. Those two big bodies will be bashing each other all night.
Knights hangs on to the ball. Little fake play, but he gets it down low and behind the net. Down to the crease. Knight again to the top. Shot coming, a bouncer attempted that time by Smith. And here comes Tyson Bell. Bell coming in, ball dislodged, but he recovers. He's looking for an open man. Now he's just going to slow it down.
Great job by Smith to back check and force that. It wasn't a turnover, but jarred the ball loose and didn't allow Tyson Bell to strike in transition, which we've seen so many times this season.
Clark Peterson, double team, still is able to make his way towards the crease and takes a bit of a twister shot. Just missing a sharp angle shot. Where is it? It's somewhere between it's in the gear of Joel Watson. Eric Fennell almost converting there, and it's going to have 17 seconds remaining in a power play. Keel in the box for Halifax. As the Knighthawks come in, the little time left on the man advantage. Turner Evans. Evans to Katoni. Cross. There's a shot coming. Hill got a piece with the arm, and the fans applaud the efforts, the early efforts of Warren Hill. Power play has come to an end. Keel to the box, and he goes straight to the bench, and Colton Armstrong keeping a watch on his man. Meantime, shot that goes wide of the net. Armstrong picks up the loose ball. Colton Armstrong going for a jog, heading to the net. He shoots, and a stop by Joel Watson. Good chance by Armstrong.
Watson sporting an 0-3 record so far this season, but right now, early on, the rookie has looked pretty sharp in between the pipes as he's had to play starter over the last few games with Rylan Hartley out on the IR.
Thomas Hogarth trying to grab it, but Halifax gets there first. Still looking for the game's first goal. Ryan Terafenko drops it and gets it into the stick of Chris Boucher. Boucher, Pat's player to watch tonight. We'll see if he can get the Thunderbirds on the board here with just under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Cody Jamieson drops it in the corner. Jamieson heads to the net, looking for the return pass. Comes to the top, and it's going to come across center. It's going to be Rochester ball. Still scoreless here inside the nest as Turner Evans will get it to Holden Katoni, who's having a heck of a season here. 24 goals on the season for Katoni. Turner Evans with it here again. Gets a pick, rolls towards the top, trying to get away from Armstrong. Takes a shot at Warren Hill with another great save.
Safe to say Warren Hill's seen the ball well tonight already. A bunch of big stops, especially from the outside. Something last week he just was not doing. And that's so uncharacteristic for the man they call the King of the Hill here in Halifax.
Peterson with a little room, decides not to shoot. Now he does and just misses as Watson got an arm on it. Full 30 if Halifax can get it, but the Knighthawks do get it first and head down the floor.
Knighthawks have been absolutely dominant on the loose balls in their own end.
Bennett.
Something that, despite going 0-2 last weekend, Pete, the offense for Halifax was so great on loose balls, being able to extend possessions tonight, just not getting the jump on the ball.
Thunderbirds with it. Peterson moves it over, gets it right back. Feed, he's open. There's the feed there, and a shot goes wide. And down the right side of the floor. A little 2-on-1, now a 2-on-2. Rochester may slow it down here just a bit. Rylan Reese loses a feed. Here he comes, 3-on-1, Halifax. Feed comes in, drops it, shakes, waits, and his shot prevented. Really the one he wanted to get. He was checked right at the last second. Up the floor, out in front, unable to reach it. Hogarth, but he gets it back. A backhand shot at Warren Hill with the save, denying the Buckhorn Ontario native Thomas Hogarth.
Hogarth, you know, seeing a lot of him in Peterborough with the Lakers, doesn't miss too often on the crease. That's a great save by Warren Hill.
Here's Boucher over to the far side. It's into Cody Jamieson. Jamieson has options. He shoots, and another big save at this end by Joel Watson. And the loose ball taken by Matt Bennett. Bennett gets it ahead. Here's another chance. Rochester shooting, they score! As they get on the board, Mitch Ogilvie buries it, 1-0 Rochester. That could be his first career goal, Patty.
It is Mitch Ogilvie, the Peterborough, Ontario native, getting in all alone somehow and blast that one by Warren Hill. We'll get a great look right here, and that is a goal scorer's goal. Mitch Ogilvie, a Swiss Army knife for the junior Lakers in Peterborough. He'll play a little bit of offense. He'll be on the ball team and play some great defense as well, and that just shows you how versatile he is when he gets in on those transition opportunities.
One he'll never forget, Mitch Ogilvie. Comes from a great lacrosse family. His dad, a great lacrosse player, all his uncles. Here's a chance, Jamieson with the shot. Some of his cousins are great female lacrosse players as well. I mean, it's just a rich family. Here's a chance for another one, and that goes off the bar. Warren Hill may have got a piece as well. Nonetheless, it goes out of play, and it's 1-0 Rochester leading. We'll be back. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
And welcome back inside the nest. Rochester has drawn first blood. Let's go downstairs and join Tyson Geik. Tyson?
Thanks, Pete. Mike, the power play for the Thunderbirds struggled mightily against the Bandits. You have a chance here going up against the Knighthawks, who are one of the most penalized teams in the National Lacrosse League. What tweaks have you made to that man up in order to get the fire started?
You know, we're just trying different looks and, trying real simple kind of stuff, right? So at the end of the day, the guys got to start hitting their shots, and hopefully tonight's the night.
Great outfit.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Both of them looking pretty sharp. Tyson Geik, also a country music star now as well. He's got a new record out, Pat. So.
He does it all. He does it all. He's a dog father. He makes music and content cowboy. You love to see it.
Yeah, we'll be checking in with Tyson in a bit more. I can see him smiling down there, too. In the meantime, shot there, Warren Hill standing strong here. Just a one getting by him so far. And that's it, a low-scoring affair well into the first quarter. Here come the Thunderbirds. Gillies, Brad Gillies from Oakville, Ontario. Now it's Dawson Feed, one of the newest members of the Halifax Thunderbirds. Cody Jamieson, the captain, comes out of the corner, feeds it, cutting up towards the top, comes off the boards, and loose again, comes out towards center floor and taken here by Eric Fennell. Fennell with a nifty attempt to get it to Chris Bouchy, but picked off by Rochester. Under three to go.
I want to take away from this Rochester defense and Joel Watson because they are playing strong. It just looks like this offense for Halifax once again is just completely out of sync.
Rochester with the ball. Here's Holden Catoni, fires, and a save by Hill. Holden Catoni with one of the better outside shots probably in the NLL.
Yeah, he is absolutely deadly from distance, but it was Warren Hill getting the better of him there. Hill standing strong. You mentioned just one goal past him, but this Halifax team has yet to find the back of the net.
Jamieson passed for Peterson, no good, and Rochester gets the ball back as Halls will make his way in. He's waiting for everyone to get into position. Feeds it into the far corner, and then we'll complete the change.
Halifax's defense doing a much better job packing things in. You can see Rochester really trying to spread them out, something that Buffalo exposed them in those two games last weekend.
Loose ball up for grabs. Halifax, too, playing without one of their main defenders, Pat, here.
Yes, Scott Campbell out on COVID protocol. If you talk to Micah Kersey, not only does he think he's been their best defender this year, he thinks he should be up for the Defender of the Year award with how well he's been playing.
Another pass that Halifax couldn't connect, and here's a breakaway for Rochester as they go in. Show, what a save, Warren Hill off Dan Coates.
Penalty coming up here for the Thunderbirds. I think it may be too many men, an illegal substitution.
So already Rochester with the extra attacker out there, and lots of time on the shot clock as well to work with here. So pretty much a power play already. In behind the net it goes. He's back to the far shooter. Quick stick by Turner Evans, and Hill comes over and makes the save off Evans. And just the one Evans in the game tonight. We thought we may say two, but his cousin Sean not in the lineup for Halifax, the former Nighthawk.
So we'll see here, Pete, as definitely far too early, as there wasn't one Thunderbird even close. So the in-home is going to serve the penalty, as you can hear Kyle Kropman, the crew chief here, explaining. So Ryan Terafenko, despite being the defender, he's going to sit in the box. Not a guy that's killed too many penalties, considering not much box lacrosse experience, but what he's been able to do in his rookie season has been pretty impressive.
Rochester with a shot, hits the top bar. An inch away, and here's a chance. Gillies picks it up with one hand. Oh, what a great defensive play, coming back to break it up. Ryan Smith does it all.
I know he doesn't have any points to show for it, but he has been everywhere, all over the floor. A couple of great defensive plays in reverse transition. This is why he's a franchise cornerstone piece that Dan Carey drafted.
Ball scooped up here by Holden Cantoni. Over to Knights, in behind the goal. Nice pass, shot across, and Warren Hill making the save. Only a few seconds left in the quarter. Ball taken by Cody Jamieson. He's charging in. Jamieson over the top, a bounce shot, and making the final save of the quarter is Joel Watson. So a low-scoring game after 15 minutes. As we take a look at some of the action in the first quarter. Rochester leading the Halifax Thunderbirds 1-0. You're watching the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
One 0 Rochester leading Halifax here after the first quarter. Get game ready and shop all your favorite teams, jerseys, merchandise. You can head to fanatics.ca to get all your lacrosse league team gear today. I know Pat Gregoire visits every so often, grabs some gear, gets it delivered to Pickering, Ontario.
You got to be swagged out, am I right? You know,
Gotta have it.
Gotta get your gear.
Get your gear on. Warren Hill's got his game on tonight. Just a one goal getting past him, but some big saves, as has been the case with Joel Watson here at the other end. So Watson will be to our right now. Jake Withers coming in to take the draw for Halifax. He'll face it off against Chris Willman. Good look at Withers. All ready to roll. Face-offs are key. As we know, 1:05 left in the Halifax penalty, so Halifax can win the draw, then they can probably kill off a good 30 seconds of the first part of this minute, and Withers does just that. Withers scoops it over to Tyson Bell, and he moves it across, and it's set up in the far corner. Peterson He gets it to Eric Fennell, fresh off the bench for Robinson. He's being chased a little bit. Now Fennell again. Fennell moves it over. A quick shot attempted, but that was blocked on its way, and Shanks really couldn't get a good shot away as a result. The defender right in his face as he went to take the shot.
When your offense is struggling to produce any goals, you look to maybe see your transition score. Obviously, they still have about 20 seconds to kill off this penalty, but maybe see Halifax starts to cheat out. Use some of their speedsters to try to get some offense going.
Ill looking up the floor. He finds Graham Hosick, and Hosick can't complete the catch cleanly. Now he grabs it. Graham Hosick. There's the pass. Quick feed in a little deeper. Now Halifax will roll it out. Feed with it. Dawson Thee quickly over to the far side. Shot, they score! Colton, or I should say, Clark Peterson. There isn't Colton Armstrong. No, huh?
It is.
It's like 24, 44. Who is it? But Clark Peterson buries it. CP24.
No mistake here as Peterson. We'll see him coming off the floor. That cross feed from Feed. And he blasts that one by Joel Watson. That's exactly what Halifax needs to do. Spread the ball east-west. Get Joel Watson, get his feet moving. The guy plays his angles great, but when you get him moving, that's how you can expose a little bit of a slower-footed goaltender, and that's exactly what happened on that last goal.
Those guys look like each other too, Pat, like literally. With the mask on anyway.
The mask, the number, it's okay, Pete. It's okay.
Here is another chance for Halifaxer, wanting to take the lead now as Withers gets it down low. He gets it to Austin Shanks. Shanks to Eric Fennell. Now Cody Jamieson.
Too much, too much.
A little too much of a moving pick. A little too much movement. So Rochester will get the ball back as they look to get the lead back here. Tied at 1. This is played here by Curtis Knights. Knight getting it back, shooting a bounce shot, no good. That's gonna go up and out of play, and a souvenir for a fan coming in from St. Mary's University tonight grabs that one. Here's Thompson. Thompson to Feed. Feed drops it back to Thompson. He looks, he fires on the short side.
Hey, let's go.
Missed by a whole lot. And it's taken here by the Knighthawks.
Thompson's one of these players, there's a lot of them on this T-Bird roster that has the ability to play on the defensive end, but also take some O-reps. Look to maybe see them utilize Nungo Thompson in this period as well to take that reverse transition opportunity away.
Well, as we saw in his very first goal earlier this year, I mean, he's got some silky mitts.
There's no doubt about that. He's a tremendous athlete as well. He's big, he's strong, he's tough. That's why this organization sees him as such a top prospect, and he just continues to get better and better.
Shot coming, they score! Halifax, 2 in a row for Clark Peterson. Oh! Bushi!
The righties are buzzing right now here in the nest as Shanks, again, spreading this defense out. Gets it over the lefties, and it's a quick swing right away. Trying to get Joel Watson to move those feet. See Shanks over, and it's in and out of Robinson's stick. And as Bushi unloads that great shot, we talked about it, Pete, off the top of the broadcast in our pregame show. He's a guy that now knows that every single night he touches the floor, he's not only competing for his team, but also competing for some floor time.
Yep, absolutely. Draw one. Withers finding some open space. He'll get it to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson moves it away over to Fennell. Here's Shanks now. Austin Shanks shoots right on net, but Joel Watson played it very well. He had his angles down perfectly, and Ryland Reese will take it. So Halifax leading it for the first time tonight. They've taken a 2-1 lead. Turner Evans gets the ball into the far corner, comes back out towards the top to Curtis Knight. Knight rolling. There's the pass. Ends up in the stick of Evans. He shoots on the run. He scores. Turner Evans has tied it. It's 2-2 in the second. Deuces are wild.
first 5-on-5 goal we've seen the Thunderbirds give up this game, as the first one was in transition. A little bit of a broken play, an unfortunate bounce for the Thunderbirds, but it's a heads-up play by Evans. Watch, we'll see the ball, picks that up and just throws that one on the run. I don't think Warren Hill had much of a look. We'll get a great angle here, and that one just skips right over the hand of Hill and in the back of the cage. It's a 2-2 ball game.
All right, guys, down here. Set. Set.
Rochester almost won the draw, but no stick to scoop it up for Chris Willman. Comes back to Warren Hill, and he moves it up to Tyson Bell. Bell quickly up the floor to Eric Fennell. Fennell will slow it down, but gets it back to Bell. Bell swings it down to the far corner. A shot from over the top by Bushy. That is handled by Watson. Rebound scooped in the corner, and it's going to be Rochester up the other way. Here they come. Pass no good, but they still pick it up. An incredible play here to sort of keep it in his stick. It was Rylan Rees, and eventually could be Halifax ball in the far corner, but the Illies need some help. In the meantime, Rochester with it. They got a full 30 after all that was said and done. Coates. And Coates. Now it's played here by Burke coming out and down in the far corner. Little swim move, and then recovering was Armstrong. Shot blocked, never made its way on goal, and it goes up and out of play with 10-12 left here in the quarter.
Brad Gillies has been unbelievable early on in this game. A couple blocked shots, he's had some chances in transition. The guy is absolutely feeling it here in the nest.
Yeah, he's been involved for sure. Here comes Halifax. Up the floor they go. Coming in, Terafenko shoots and eventually knocked down by Biles, and big guy was going hard to the net. Up the other way.
We didn't get a chance to mention it after that goal by Turner Evans. Point number 400 for Curtis Knight, so a big assist for him as he hits point number 400.
Cossack with it here for Halifax. 2-2 game. Thunderbirds move it over to their near side. Shot coming, and a penalty perhaps coming up here as well, as the play is whistled down. So not in at 2. But a power play coming up when we return by the looks of it. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker. Welcome back to Halifax. It's a 2-2 lacrosse game. Standing by with Rochester head coach Mike Hazen is Tyson Guy. Tyson?
Thanks, Pete. Mike, you spent so many years coaching with this organization right over here, some time working with Mr. Kersey. Is it a bit of a homecoming for you coming back and coaching against this team?
No, they're wearing a different jersey, and this is what we're worrying about right now. We're here to play hard, and we're not going to make it easy on anybody as we come to.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Tyson. Power play, though, right now that Rochester has to deal with trying to kill off for Halifax as they work with the man advantage. Feed. Moving it down. Gets it right back. Playing catch. Comes over to Shanks. There's a shot. Getting a piece was Watson. Ball up for grabs. And a full 30 here for the Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds trying something different there. Cody Jamieson in the middle. We'll see what they elect to do as he's now at the top, quarterbacking the power play.
Feed shoots. That got blocked. Getting in front of that one was Whitty. And it's going to be another break, though, for Halifax. They get a full reset on the shot clock. And the power play continues. Jamieson down low, quick stick, and a save by Watson.
That's something we haven't seen this power play try too much, that backdoor feed. And I think that would normally work against a goaltender. Great pick there by Nungo Thompson.
Thompson with a great play. 2-on-1. Here's Feed, shoots, and denied by Watson. What a goal that would have been. Started by Thompson.
And there's that athleticism we talked about with Thompson. He goes up and brings that ball down like a cornerback or a safety in football.
Bertrand killing off the penalty. Out in front, chance they score. Turner Evans short-handed. What a catch and what a shot as he quickly turned and made it a 3-2 lacrosse game.
No idea how Turner Evans gets so open here, but it's Bertrand who's taking it low, and he finds Turner Evans all alone, and we'll see that little backdoor cut. That's a great play. But Graham Hossack has to do a better job of picking up. You see it right there. Just lets him slip by, and even Nungo Thompson doesn't pick him up. A rare miscommunication by the three-time defending defender of the year in Graham Hossack, but a costly one as Rochester regains the lead.
Turner Evans with his second. His late father, Mark, one heck of a lacrosse player. Minto Cup winner, Man Cup winner. Turner's got 2 on the night. Here's Cody Jamieson to Shanks. Back to Austin Shanks as Halifax looks to break even here on this power play. Jamieson, Shanks coming in, bounce shot. It goes wide of the goal, comes back to Jamieson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shanks fires. Watson down low, makes the save, does not trickle past him. And Rochester most likely will kill off this power play, and not only kill it off, but score one themselves. Coates with it here for the Knighthawks. In for Curtis Knight. Here's Knight. As Rochester now back to full strength. Thomas Hogarth moves it over to the far side. And a good defensive play by Halifax to break that one up. And it's T-Bird's ball.
Yeah, great trail check by Trevor Smith. He's not normally a home run checker. He's a more steady, stay-at-home defender, but a great play to jar that ball loose.
Shanks quickly moves it over here. And a sidearm shot from down below. It goes wide. And it's going to be Rochester getting it right back. Bennett for Smith. Smith looks, shoots, and a save by Hill. He had to react quickly. I don't know if he was screened just a little bit prior to that, but here's Bell. Bell decided to hang on to it. Now he gets it out. Here's a chance. Peterson. Peterson turned. Comes back to Tyson Bell. Peterson was weighing his options there. He was like, do I swing this backhand between my legs? What do I do? Here's Boucher. Boucher with a feed. It's going to come over to Cody Jamieson. And Jamieson being watched closely by Paul Dawson. Here's a chance out in front. Boucher on the wrong side of the floor. So a bit of an awkward trying to grab that one and shoot, but shot clock expires. So Rochester looking to build on their 3-2 lead with under 6 to go in the quarter, in the half, as a matter of fact. Curtis Knight. It's over to the far side, feed out in front. Comes over and Knight picks it up off the boards. Rochester running out of time. They got 5 seconds to work with. Hogarth, one hand on his stick, makes his way to the crease, tries to bounce it in, but Warren Hill is there to make the save.
Great two-man game by Hossack and Smith. Just funneled them down into a low danger chance and ends up going to the crease anyways.
Well, Thunderbirds looking to tie things up here. Here's a pass to Eric Fennell. Fennell has scored some highlight reel goals so far this year. Does he have another one? There's a shot. He scores! Eric Fennell has tied it at 3.
Yeah, Pete, I don't know if this one's going to end up on the highlight reel, but it's a goal nonetheless, a much-needed goal for this Thunderbirds offense that has looked like they have no answers. So instead, Fennell just decides to take it by himself. But look at that massive pick from the big body of Brandon Robinson. We'll see it right here. Pops him there, and it frees up some space for Fennell, who, as we know, he's a grinder. We know he picks up loose balls. We know he plays great away from the ball, but he has become a consistent contributor on this offense.
Halifax winning the draw and look to get the lead back here. Shanks, nice pass down low. Bushi, back to Shanks, grabs it with one hand. Decides not to shoot. He'll get it over here, and Robinson trying to send another big pick. And loose ball, and it's going to be Rochester getting control of it as they head up the floor. It's Paul Dawson. Dawson had it intercepted his pass. And here come the Thunderbirds in transition.
I tell you, I'm buying all the stock in Brandon Robinson right now. Goes back in reverse transition, strips Paul Dawson, and allows Nungo Thompson to come and pick up that loose ball.
Thunderbirds with it. Here's Theed. Theed goes to the net. Look, shoots, he scores! Dawson Theed! How you doing? And the Thunderbirds have taken the lead once again. Drink up, Halifax.
All right, Pete, maybe this one might be on the highlight reel as Dawson Theed puts his defender in the spin cycle and beats Joel Watson. We'll see this one right here. Whoop! A little spin move, bam, right in the back of the net. A nasty, nasty finish from the big man, number 51.
You know, when you're getting a little whoop from Pat Gregoire, it's a dandy. So 4-3, T-Birds looking for more, but play is whistled down. And now we got some action here after the whistle. Vannella's in there. Looks like Peterson involved for Halifax. Bennett's in there. They'll sort it out. We'll be back. Halifax leading Rochester 4-3. Right here, it's the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
Welcome back to Halifax. It looks like Rochester will go on a good power play here.
We see the retaliation check there from Bell, as you know, as they say. And then that's that other one there. As you can see, Joel Watson not pleased. You can't hear it on the replay, but Withers took that shot after it was blown down. And you could hear Kyle Crotton, the crew chief, before we went to break, said, why did this happen? Why was there the scrum? Explaining it to Jake Withers, and the reason was he took that shot after the whistle blew. So an undisciplined slash from Bell, and then probably an unnecessary penalty from Withers now puts this team down 5-on-3, a team that has struggled to kill penalties. 5-on-4, never mind 2 men down.
Stick with us at the halftime for the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report. We have a chase to the championship edition of Coast to Coast coming up, and we'll break down the half with highlights and stats as well. Rochester on a power play here, kind of just playing a 4-on-3, holding a man back. Shot, save, Warren Hill. What a stop by the nest protector, Warren Hill. Here's Gillies. Gillies has to chase it down. He does. After it went off the top of a stick, and he gets the ball in a little deeper here for Stephen Keogh. Eric Fennell. Fennell, who has one here tonight. Little swim move. He gets a little room. Fennell rolling, shooting, and a bouncer just missing. Fennell looking for another one.
Great shot there. Just Joel Watson not really moving there. Not too sure if he saw through the screen, but talk about how bad Halifax has been on special teams. One thing, though, they have been great at shorthanded goals. Currently in 3rd with 8.
Smith has it to the top. Back to Smith. He shoots, he scores. Ryan Smith didn't have the ball on his stick long, didn't need to, and it's 4-4 here in the nest.
Well, you weren't going to keep this guy off the score sheet for too long, especially with all this time and space on the 2-man advantage. Smith takes that shot, rips it home. They call this guy in the locker room the Beast, and for good reason. Look at that big body, how hard he can shoot. He's got silky, silky paws on him, and he's a guy that can finish from distance here. Ties this game up 4-4 with his first goal of the game.
So now down to a 5-on-4, 1:02 left in the penalty to Bell. This is going to go Halifax way. Withers pushed down, and here's a chance. Graham Hossack. Hossack fakes, he waits, he scores! Wow, a shorty by Graham Hossack. It's 5-4 Halifax.
9th short-handed goal for the T-Birds, and this one might be the best one yet. Graham Hossack looks around, okay, I'm just gonna take this one myself. Couple of fakes, runs out of room, but just a little cheeky shot over Joel Watson, the 3-time Defender of the Year, showing off, well, he can do some stuff in the offensive zone as well.
From that angle, and the fact that he's a lefty going in there is
there's no angle. There is no angle, and he's somehow able to get that shot off and right over Joel Watson's shoulder.
Rochester will continue on the power play once they get the ball back here. If they do, Rochester has 45 seconds left. And right now, though, Halifax eating up some time. Robinson looking to get open. Theed will take it. Theed heading towards the net. He loves to go to the top of that crease. He's on his knees trying to get a shot away and knocked down. It took about 3, I think, Knighthawks to get him down. Reese with it.
I'd have to use a Mack truck to knock over Dawson Theed, I tell you. Guy's an absolute.
Here's Knight. Little time left in the power play here for Rochester. Knight. Smith quickly moves it down to the crease. A little fake by Knight. Smith. Catoni. Smith with a nice fake. His shot, though, goes wide. Catoni will likely pick up the loose ball. He does, but too little too late. Shot clock comes to an end. Power play comes to an end at the same time. Tyson Bell.
I know you give up the 1, but the penalty kill looked much, much better on that 5-on-4 there.
Here is Cody Jamieson. Jamieson. Ooh, look out. Knocked the pint right out of that fan's hand. That's $6 right there.
It looks like he had a pretty good grip on that. Didn't end up dropping it.
Wow. It's going to be Rochester ball. Down by a goal here late in the first half. And There is a moving pick and a very slow Thompson to try and get up here. Those ones hurt, Pat.
Especially when you run into a big body like Thomas Hogarth. I want to talk about some grit and grind to their game. That's certainly what Hogarth presents on this Rochester offense, but a little bit too much there.
The Bushi. Chris Bushi spinning a couple times. He shoots as he tries to avoid going in the crease, which I think he may have, but couldn't get the ball down low enough.
He stayed out of the crease, but Eric Fennell did not. So with about a minute left, Rochester going to have at least one possession here. Try to tie this up.
Coates gets it over. Shot from way out by Katoni. And a full 30 here for Rochester. Here's Katoni again. Quick little shot. Dad Guido watching back in Buckhorn, Ontario tonight. Here comes Bell. Bell coming in. There's the pass. He'll get it to Peterson. He's just going to slow it down. Shot clock and the game clock don't quite match up. There's too much time to perhaps call a timeout or pull the goalie, but we get a save and just under 22 seconds left in the half. 5-4 Halifax.
Yeah, Rochester going to have an opportunity. They pick up the loose ball, immediately called the timeout. So you're going to have an opportunity to try to chalk something up here on the offense and see if they can tie this up. It's been a valiant effort from this Rochester team so far. Keeping this offense at bay, just to 5 goals. We've seen a shorthanded goal, so really 5-on-5. Halifax hasn't really been able to muster too much offensively.
One of our favorite Halifax fans right there on You Can Play night, Pride night here at the Scotiabank Center. They're in the double eights. He's having a good time. And here we go, the final few seconds of this first half. Got to get him a Thunderbirds jersey. He's got to get to Fanatics.
Someone sent him a promo code.
All right, so they're going to pull the goalie, obviously, for the extra shooter here. And just, what do you think, Pat? Wait till about 5 seconds left in the half? Or
yeah,
how do you take that shot?
I think you try to hold on as long as possible with the net out. Probably start your motion with about, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, depending on what they're going to try to do. Based on the way Ryan Smith has been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they chalk up something for 43 to take that shot.
All right, Katoni has it in the meantime. Smith is open. He's way out. And here we go. Back to Katoni. There's some movement. Knight, Katoni swings it over, looking for Hogarth. And stolen Hossack towards the empty net. Will he have time? Will he have space? No. But a heck of a finish to a pretty good first half. Started a little slow offensively, picked up in the second quarter. We have a 5-4 Halifax lead.
I'm not too sure if Tyson Bell was in the offensive huddle for Rochester there, but he read that like a book. They were trying to free up that space for Ryan Smith to get that shot. Immediately, he sends that slide early, cuts him off, and they had to immediately go to their second or their third option. They almost got it, but it was an errant pass. Graham Hossack picked up that loose ball, sent it down, and Pete, you brought it up. You want to start it near the end of the clock, so an opportunity like that doesn't happen, so a player has an open shot at the cage. But instead, the shot was a little bit off anyways, but Hossack, if anyone's going to be able to do it, it's probably Graham Hossack, right?
Wow, what a goal he scored earlier. That is for sure. Graham Hossack is on the board. Turner Evans has a couple for the Knighthawks. Jake Withers having a quick chat with the referees, and Paul Dawson in there as well. And we are ready to go. Tyson Geik standing by with number 18. It is Jake Withers. Tyson?
Yeah, thank you very much, Pete. Jake, your team, a little bit of a slower start tonight, but you stuck with the process. Now the shots look like they're starting to fall. How important is it to just stay patient in a game like this?
I mean, it's important in every single game. It doesn't matter if it's a game like this, we have a slow start, or if we come out flying, right? So obviously not the start we wanted, but at the end of the day, I think we were down a goal there after the first 5. So that was something that we were really kind of focused on was, getting out of the gate, not falling behind too far like we did in, I think our previous 4 games. So we were right there. It's really kind of showing now that we're up by 1 going into the second half. So.
As you're 10 for 11 on draws so far this evening, what is it that's allowing you to be so successful at the dot?
The 4 guys that surround me. I think that I have the best unit in the entire all of lacrosse. So each and every face-off, those guys go and they put their body in the line for me, and they work as hard as they can to get that ball and get up to the guys that are paid to score. I think we're doing a good job of that right now. We got one late there. Haas made a nice play, waited the goalie out. So happy to see that, and hopefully get a couple more in the second half.
Jake, it's you can play night this evening. What do you want to see in terms of inclusivity in the sport of lacrosse?
Just that, not only lacrosse, but sport in general, that it's for everyone, you know what I'm saying? So we're not looking down upon anyone for their sexuality or anything like that. Lacrosse and the sports world in general is a community, and we're really just, everyone's included in that. So
thanks, Wiz.
No problem.
Jake Withers. Pete Dalladay, I'm going to send it up to you because this is a fellow Peterborough boy, and we got a bone to pick with you as you're making Pat and I look ultra pasty on the broadcast.
Well, the sun is always shining in Peterborough, that is for sure, and Jake's a great guy. Always love to hear him. It's 5-4, Halifax leading Rochester. You're watching the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's oddsmaker.
Welcome back to the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report. The chase for the championship is officially on a special edition of Coast to Coast. Devin Caney, Teddy Jenner, and Mitch Belisle give us their picks for the 4th seed in the West Conference, as well as their dark horse to win it all.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the NLL's Coast to Coast. We're going to do a fun playoff segment. We're talking about the chase for that 4th playoff spot. Teddy, Mitch Belisle, I want to get your takes on which team you think will secure that 4th spot. I'm going to start us off here. No surprise, Panther City Lacrosse Club. This team is on an absolute roll. I think the West is wide open as it is. We're seeing teams like the Seals, the mighty teams of the West kind of fall a little bit, and we're seeing Panther City finally start to get wins under their belt, 5 in a row now. So I think they're just going to continue this momentum and secure that playoff spot.
I'm still heavy on the Calgary Roughnecks train. They've only played 12 games. They're starting to find their rhythm. They are still the defending champions of the National Lacrosse League. Do not count them out. They have a lot of mustard and a lot of character in that room. They can start beating some of those Western teams that are above them. They're going to start to climb, and it's going to be a big one this weekend against Vancouver, and it's going to be their time to show that it wasn't for a slow start. They would be right at the top of the West.
Well, Devin, I think you were spot on. I got to see them live this past weekend. Panther City is on a tear. I see them moving into the 3 spot in the West, however, and I think that 4 spot is going to stay in the West with the Warriors. I just don't see Philadelphia or Albany taking off enough to knock off the Warriors. So I see 4 East, 4 West for a true 4-4 conference division championship.
All right, next up, real quick, let's talk about dark horses to win it all, to win the championship. My opinion is the Toronto Rock could be a surprise winner here. We've seen what they're capable of when they're working together, when their offense is clicking. They've been slipping a little bit, but once they get it together, the Toronto Rock are going to be scary at just the right time to make a push in the postseason.
I'm still sticking with the Calgary Roughnecks as a dark horse. They just have that championship pedigree in that room. Kurt Malosky behind the bench can always fire up a team to be ready to go whenever they are needed. Christian Del Bianco can start to find his game down the stretch. He is a playoff-proven goaltender. The way Jesse King has been playing lately, he has taken a lot of pressure off of Curtis Dixon and become one of their #1 threats. So I still like this Calgary Roughnecks team to make some damage and make some noise as the postseason rolls on.
The Georgia Swarm are starting to find that rhythm. They had a young defensive core at the beginning of the season. Those guys have stepped up in a big way with guys like Camizio and Kirst really filling their roles nicely. And then they've got the veteran leadership that were all the way back from our run in 2017. And I think they are going to continue putting it together, and they're going to make some noise in the playoffs.
All right, love it, guys. We'll see what happens. As always, thank you, Teddy Jenner and Mitch Belisle.
Sports Interaction, Canada's oddsmaker.
welcome back to the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report and some highlights from the first half there, Patty.
Yeah, Pete, a low-scoring affair, just 5-4, but in that first quarter, it was Joel Watson kind of looking like Whipper Watson, making save after save. Just the second time we saw Halifax held to 0 goals in that first quarter, but Warren Hill, the king of the hill, as they call him here, was quite impressive as well. Already 20 stops in that first half, and a lot of them were in transition, where we finally saw the goals start to come in that second quarter. It was Clark Peterson scoring, and it's that east-west ball movement. Again, we saw it, but Rochester, they started to wake up offensively. We saw Turner Evans score a pair, and of course, Fennell with a outside shot got the offense going for Halifax once again. But the nicest goal of the evening, one hand on the stick, mashing the circle button for the spin, and Dawson feed. But Graham Hossick says, not so fast. I have some silky mitts out in front as well. As you see there, shots on goal, Rochester actually leading the way 24-18. And of course, the power play. We talked about it ad nauseum. 6 power plays in the whole game, only 1 goal scored from both teams.
Beauty Friday nights here on the East Coast. It's the Guaranteed Rate NLL Halftime Report. We're back after this.
Sports Interaction, Canada's oddsmaker.
right, all set for the second half of this one. Halifax leading Rochester 5-4. Jake Withers winning the draw, and he gets the ball quickly in a little deeper for Clark Peterson. Peterson comes back out and feeds it to Austin Shanks. Shanks, Peterson. Looking for the first one of the half. Shanks walks in, fires, and got redirected, caught a piece of the post. And it's picked up here. Here's Ogilvy looking for his second, all alone. He shoots it. Warren Hill denies him this time. You got me once, you're not going to get me a second time, he says. Peterson quickly up inside Rochester territory. Eric Fennell has it. Fennell, who we saw in the highlight pack with a pretty nice goal in the first half. Boucher couldn't grab it. He'll try and get it this time. He does. Chris Boucher. Too high for Peterson. And Thomas Whitty will take it.
How many times we've seen this game just sloppy passing from this offense? It's just back to basics. Can't be throwing the ball around and giving up the ball. You have to really try to hold possession.
Here's an opportunity shot, and Warren Hill gets in front of that one again. May have also caught a piece of iron, but in the meantime, it's David Brock. Brock coming in, the veteran, into the stick of Shanks. Well, Stephen Keogh, he's set to maybe get on fire here in the second half, Pat. He's heading to the net, out in front. He took the feed, but just couldn't finish it off.
Again, another drop there. We've seen Aaron passes dropped. Just very uncharacteristic from how many skilled players there are up front on this offense.
Turner Evans with it, looking for an open man. He's going to find Mike Birkin now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Evans swings it over, shot, Hill down, and it's underneath him somewhere. Warren Hill, a fan favorite here on the coast.
Warren Hill goes full scorpion mode there to save that ball. For a big lad, man, he moves well in that crease.
Boucher getting it over, quick little shot attempted by Thompson, but didn't get much on it. Here comes the chance here for the Knighthawks. Shot, and another big save. That one a little tougher than the last one for Warren Hill, even though he stood up. Here's Peterson. Clark Peterson coming in. Peterson looking, hangs on, drops it. Shanks, his shot was blocked. Comes over to the far side, and Robinson is there.
It's like the fourth or fifth shot Shanks has had blocked. The defender's doing a great job getting out in front of his shots.
Peterson has the ball come out of his stick, rolls into the crease, and Joel Watson, he'll get it ahead, and it's going to be played by Dan Coates.
Great double team by Ogilvy and Dawson, a veteran and a rookie, working that two-man game to perfection.
Tony with the ball, one-handed pass. So he'll get it to Bertram. He's being watched closely. Little pick set by Katoni. Shot goes off the mark, and it's going to be Halifax ball, still leading 5-4. No offense, or no goals anyway so far here in the half.
Yeah, there's been no lack of offense. It's just both goaltenders have been up to the task. We've even seen some good blocks from this Rochester defense.
Stephen Keogh, the Dawson feed out in front, and a chance, and just missing. The Thunderbirds become the Knighthawks. Dawson carries the ball in, feeds it off, and a quick stick, and a save by Hill. Off Halls. Halifax, they'll play it. This is going to be Ryan Terafenko to Peterson. No bouncer, but a tricky hop for Shanks to grab it. He does eventually get it under control. Out in front is Jameson. He drops it, but gets it and then loses it on the pass, and it's going to be Rochester here coming in. Couple spins and a shot. Oh, what a save, Warren Hill. The king of the hill. Perhaps even better than the Scorpion save earlier.
Yeah, that's three huge saves in a row from Warren Hill. I'm not too sure if Rochester's scout says move the ball quick in transition, but it's certainly working. They're just not able to bury past Warren Hill.
Fennell grabs his own loose ball. Fennell to Keogh. He wires one right on goal. Watson has it, almost went through the 5-hole.
Yeah, Watson made that initial save with the stick, but it did power through. But good on him not to move. Just stay strong in between the net, because the worst thing you want to do as a goaltender is move that foot, and then sometimes you bank it into your own net.
Turner Evans with the ball. Evans moving it in to Bertrand. Shoots, he scores! It's a 5-5 game.
And it's Chucky Brightlight's Charlie Bertrand, another rookie sensation on this offense, scoring. We know he's new to box lacrosse, but this is just vintage field as it's a fadeaway on the run. And Gillies just can't get out. We even saw the slide there coming from David Brock, but the fadeaway beats Warren Hill and ties this game up at 5s.
Yeah, deadlocked again. 4:59 in. Warren Hill with an equipment issue here, and there's one of the best in the league with the drill. Fixing it up, Saudi.
We're good here. We're good here.
Dave Saudi, an absolute beauty. One of the unsung heroes on this Thunderbirds staff, I'd have to say myself.
If lacrosse, I mean, he loves lacrosse, but if he ever wants to get into the NASCAR, I think he'd be a good pit crew guy, wouldn't you think, Saudi?
Absolutely.
He didn't mess around. So it's 5-5 here in Halifax. And Rochester will get that one, and then Boucher coming in and grabs Halls and moves into him, and the ball went way up in the air. Rochester's still with it, though, looking to take the lead. Good Tony.
Great trail check there by Jake Withers.
Here's Katoni. Comes over here. Evans with a pass over, shot blocked. Hogarth couldn't grab it. Warren Hill up the floor for Colton Armstrong. Armstrong coming in, shoots, he scores! Colton Armstrong, and Halifax has taken a 6-5 lead.
The transition offense coming to life as Warren Hill makes it rain to the Peterborough product. Colton Armstrong. We'll see this great look, a little fake and just a great shot. One bounce right in the stick of 44. Armstrong, goal number 4. That's 10 points for the defender this year. A little bit of an offensive breakout season, if I say so myself, Pete.
Well, I think at the start of the season, Evan, you said, okay, he'll give him 4. He's probably got a chance now at 5 or 6 before it's all said and done. He would have taken that, I'm sure. So Halifax has taken a lead. Army are happy about that. We will be back with more action from the Nest. It's the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's oddsmaker. Welcome back inside Scotiabank Center. That's a talent, and that is impressive, Pat. I just don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah, if there's a loose ball battle in the corner there, I don't know how that's going to last. But look at the focus. Look at the teamwork. I mean, that takes some skill there.
Surprising.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Big fist
look at
bump.
that.
There you go.
And he's still standing after all those, too.
I was going to say, are those all his?
I hope not. Here's Katoni moving it over. Out in front, Hogarth shoots, and he is denied by Warren Hill.
And that is Hogarth's bread and butter. A little give and go in front of the crease, but Hill is looking dialed. For any doubters, any haters who thought maybe Warren Hill was having a little bit of a slide, think again. He's been tremendous tonight.
Shanks gets it to Peterson. Over to Cody Jamieson. Austin Shanks. Back. Peterson, quick stick. Watson comes over and makes the save. Loose ball taken by Whitty.
You know what? That's a great offensive possession. I know you don't come up with a goal there, but it was great ball move from Peterson. I think actually maybe almost hit the pipe there if it wasn't for Watson's arm. But it's great ball movement. You get the east-west movement going.
Here's a chance here and a save by Warren Hill. Again, another impressive stop. That time denying Curtis Knight. Halifax with a solid job to get the ball back, and here's Armstrong.
I gotta say, this is probably one of Nungo Thompson's best games we've seen him play. So steady out the back end, using his athleticism to grab some loose balls as well.
Keogh to Jamieson. Jamieson out in front, and a shot, and a good chance by Fennell. He's denied, but the loose ball taken by Halifax. Couple fakes by Cody Jamieson. Jamieson to Keogh. Keogh in for Chris Boucher. Boucher shoots, tried to shoot on the run. He got blocked by a defender, and the ball taken by Watson.
And Fennell's going to get a call there for hitting Joel Watson's stick in the crease.
So power play coming up here for Rochester. Katoni moves it over to Thomas Hogarth. Back here to Katoni. Smith, Hogarth, down low. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Katoni, what a pass. Bit of a blind pass, caught me a little bit. Unable to get the shot off in time, but a power play coming up here for the Knighthawks.
And the Nest doesn't like this one bit, but 10 times out of 10, the official's going to call this. We see Watson grabs that loose ball. The ball is in his stick, inside the crease. And then you hear Blair Ferguson on the turf, letting us know goaltender interference, checking inside the crease. So a unit that's been struggling themselves. Rochester in second last in power play, but they already have one tonight, Pete.
Looking for another one right here. Smith, backhand feed, shot, Hill with a save. Loose ball out in front of that crease, up for grabs, and it's going to be Rochester getting it in a full 32. Katoni, Calgary native, moves it over to the far side, and a shot, they score on the power play. Thomas Hogarth, and we're tied once again.
Power play starting to heat up here for Rochester. Katoni just looking, waiting, and it's that cross seam pass over to Hogarth. A couple of Lakers hooking up here on the power play, Pete. That's a perfectly placed shot. That was Hogarth, who is certainly starting to earn his keep on this offense. With a guy like Sean Evans leaving, he's starting to get a little more opportunities on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, like there's probably a chance he may not have been out there at that particular point in the past, maybe. But some great hands and a great shot, and it's tied at 6. Halifax looking to get back the lead. Clark Peterson. Peterson, Fennell out in front, big hit delivered. Shot coming, save, rebound, scores! Eric Fennell, what a play. And just like that, the Thunderbirds are back on top.
It's a 2-spot for Fennell. And we'll see Fennell gives a pass to Theed, and he gets smoked by 2 players. Peterson takes a shot. Watson with a great save, but he can't get back up. And it's a heads-up play by Fennell to crash the net. We'll see right here. Picks up the loose ball and even dodges past his man, Whitty, his fellow St. Catherine's athletics alum, and puts that one home. Fennell, again, becoming quite the important piece for this offense, scoring his 14th goal of the season.
Draw one here. Withers gets it to Austin Shanks. He's got a little room. Goes on the weak side, decides not to take the shot. He'll get it here for Dawson Theed. Here's a chance, Boucher. Oh, an opportunity for Chris Boucher to give Halifax a 2-goal lead. Rochester up the other way. Coates into the stick of Turner Evans. Evans looking for the hat-trick goal tonight. And a shot coming, and Warren Hill out to challenge, makes the save, looks up the floor, decides to play it a little safer and gets it here to David Brock. Brock in for Stephen Keogh. Keogh moves it. Peterson to the far side. Fennell. He's looking for another one. He shoots a bouncer. No problem for Watson this time. And the Knighthawks will make their way up the floor. Here they come. Whitty, there's the pass, and cutting towards the net was Smith, but couldn't get it under control. Peterson looks to track it down in the corner. Got 2 Knighthawks to deal with. Peterson, the lone Thunderbird in there. Everyone back getting ready to play some D. With under 5 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes Evans. Turner Evans. A little swim. It's away from a check, trying to get it. Tony shoots and almost had Warren Hill beat, but Hill getting in front of that ball. Here's a steal. Turner Evans coming in, shoots, and denied by Warren Hill. Warren Hill keeps it 7-6 Halifax. But Eric Fennell's the one that's given the Birds the lead. You're watching the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker.
And welcome back here to Halifax, where the Thunderbirds lead 7-6. Looking to build on the lead. Look at that. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Follow the NLL on all those social media channels for the best highlights, features, content from around the league.
Pete, doing some investigative journalism, and I think we've got a second tower starting with the beer cups. So the gentleman, a couple more bevies for him.
Peterson shoots. Can't wait to get the update there to see how many he's up to. In the meantime, Peterson looking to grab it.
1, 2.
And it's going to be Rochester grabbing that ball, and it's going to be played in here by Bertram. He's got one here, working against Tyson Bell. Goes in that, shoots, and goes just wide. Thompson looking for it. He's got it. Here he goes. Thompson coming in. He's going to charge his way to the goal. Still has the ball. Eventually pops loose. Colton Armstrong comes in to help out.
Into play it is Curtis Knight. Armstrong tracks him down but loses his stick in the meantime. It's a yard sale out there right now. We got sticks, we got bodies on the floor, and now we got a little pass to Katoni. Katoni loses it. Here come the Thunderbirds again. This time it's Terefenko. What's he gonna do? Terefenko's gonna slow it down. He's gonna get it to Chris Boucher. Just over 3 to go in the third quarter. Fennell, Boucher, in behind the nets. Feed comes out, tries to shovel it on goal, and it's blocked, and Rochester will get control. A little 3-on-1 as they make their way in. There's the pass, there's the shot, and there's the save by Warren Hill. How many times have we said that tonight?
I think 30 to be exact.
Okay, that's therefore they've fired 36 shots on net. This is going to be my math. Here's Fennell, shot, and Eric Fennell. Stick is dialed in tonight. What a play to get the ball back. Fennell out in front, Peterson fake shoots. Oh, big save, Joel Watson. He says whatever Warren Hill can do, I can do too.
Don't kick it, don't kick it.
Shanks is going to slow it down, twirling the stick a couple times here. Thinking about his next move, trying to get away from a check, gets the pick. Shanks looks for the roll, and Peterson moves it over to Jamieson instead. Cody Jamieson to Shanks, and he just kind of quick sticks it on net, trying to fool Watson, but not to be fooled that time.
4, 5,
Willman
6.
in for Bertrand. 7-6 ball game. Halifax up by 1. And here they come. Rochester looking to tie it up, but Hill blocks that one. Tyson Bell grabs the ball, looks up the floor, cradles it as he makes his way over center and drops it into the stick here of Chris Boucher. Boucher coming in, shoots a sidearm shot on the run, and down the other way is going to be the Rochester Knighthawks. Halls has a little room to shoot, and down low, making the split save is Warren Hill. Ouch.
Yeah, that one hurt just watching, Pete. My hamstring is just shattered. I don't know how Warren Hill does it. That's another huge save in transition.
Heel with a shot, follows the ball, looking to grab it, but the Knighthawks get it. And it's going to be played by Matt Bennett in his 7th NHL season. Bennett to the pass to Hogarth. Hogarth shoot! Warren Hill says, I'll just pull another big save here. Why not? Still got 40 seconds left in the quarter. I got a couple more in me. Here's Peterson to Shanks. Shanks fakes. There's the pass.
The late penalty.
To Fennell. That goes wide, and they have 12 seconds to work with. Hill is already to the bench for the extra runner. Boucher has it. Here's Cody Jamieson. Jamieson had his pass blocked, and it's going to be whistled down, and a Halifax power play coming up. Only 12 seconds left in the quarter.
I know Paul Dawson's a superstar podcaster now, but he's one heck of a lacrosse player still. A huge block shot there on Cody Jamieson. Man, he's been all over the floor, sacrificing his body, picking up loose balls. He's a true heart and soul guy. You know he's the captain of this team, but you see here he's talking to his team. He's making sure just one loss here, their season is done, but he's a guy that's going to keep this team accountable. He knows that they have a special group here, and they're building for the future.
Absolutely. Reese to the box. Only 12 seconds left here in the quarter. 7-6 Halifax. Out in front. Looking to build here late in the quarter. Shanks to the top. Jamieson shoots at a save. It's waved off. Halifax thought maybe they scored.
And immediately Austin Shanks is telling his coach Mike Kersey to throw some laundry on the turf.
Final shot and a final save for Warren Hill here in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. The fourth should be some fantastic lacrosse ahead. Halifax out in front by 1. It's the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's oddsmaker.
It's the final regular season home game for the Thunderbirds, and it's a perfect time to save your spot in the nest for the 22-23 season. Act now and take advantage of early bird pricing. You can get next season's tickets at a discounted price, but only for a limited time. Call, text, email, or check out halifaxthunderbirds.com to get your season's tickets today, or track down Pat Gregoire at the lower deck later on tonight. He's going to be selling them as well. 7-6, and here he's back. I tell you this much, Pat, the Trailer Park boys would be proud of the efforts here tonight.
There's no doubt about it. Look, so we saw the first one, and here comes that second tower. And this is just the community rallying around each other. You love to see it. Just file this clip under things you love to see.
Hey, man, it's the East Coast lifestyle. That's what they do here. All right, this should be a great fourth quarter. 7-6 Halifax. We got a tight one here tonight. Great goaltending. Some solid saves by both goaltenders, Joel Watson and Warren Hill. Jake Withers been pretty darn good again tonight on the draws.
Big draw here, as we mentioned. Rylan Reese in the box for about a minute 50. There was barely any time chalked off.
And it comes here back to Graham Hossack.
Halifax 0 for 2 on the power play. We'll see if they can score.
Cody Jamieson has been a little bit on the quiet side offensively. Might get one here, an assist at the very least. He scores. Austin Shanks from Cody Jamieson on the power play, and Halifax up by 2.
Cody Jamieson wins that loose ball battle, looks off Joel Watson, and it's knock-knock. Austin Shanks on the back door, bearing the quick stick to extend this lead to 2 goals and finally score a man advantage goal. Heading into this game over the last 2, Pete, they were just 1 for 12 on the man advantage.
What a play. Cody Jamieson tracking that ball down, and the overhead shot just showed you how precise that pass was over to Austin Shanks. There's another pass by Jamieson. To Clark Peterson. Back to Jamieson. Jamieson takes a bit of a high stick, rolls off that. Jamieson shoots. Tough angle for him. Still got the shot away, and the ball will be played here by Thee. Out in front, Peterson. He's denied by Watson.
It's a big bounce back save for Watson.
Reese moves it over. Quick release as well. Fired there by Katoni.
Man, I know you said it already, but Katoni has an absolute howitzer from the outside. And the release is so quick. For how hard he shoots the ball, it's really not that big of a windup.
Grew up a fan of Tracy Koloski back living in Calgary when Koloski was a star with the Roughnecks. Out in front, Fennell looking to get it here to Boucher. Keogh was there too, but it's going to be Rochester up the other way. Looking to cut the lead. They're down by 2. Turner Evans, he moves the ball. He gets it here to Curtis Knight, to Smith. Unloads it to Thomas Hogarth. Hogarth has Tyson Bell watching him. He'll get it over here. Evans moves it quickly. Shot that goes off the outside of the goal. And And Bell in the corner. David Brock is in there too. It's going to be Halifax ball.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Comes Robinson, Brandon Robinson. One of many players in the NLL. Also pretty good at the hockey game too. Bushi for Shanks. Over here to Theed. Austin Theed, one hand on his stick. Protecting it well. There's the pass. Keogh scores! And a touch of the turf by Stephen Keogh. Halifax up by 3.
This is not a broken record. East-west ball movement works. And it's certainly working for the Halifax Thunderbirds when they do it. Dawson Theed, look at this big body. Just looking like Shaquille O'Neal. And that ball actually gets tucked away in the corner. We'll see Theed looking like Shaq in the paint, posting up his man, fires it over to Keogh, and that is peak Stephen Keogh. Big fake, and bounces that one home into the top corner. And
biggest lead of the night, yeah, for Halifax. Well, we got a little something going on in behind the play here with Eric Fennell and Paul Dawson having some words. Let's take another look, see how it all began. Well, that's how it began.
Wait till it's in.
Fennell dropping the mitts with Paul Dawson, saying, all right, let's do this thing. And I don't know if you could hear one of the officials down on the floor. He said, if they want to go, let them go.
Withers tracking it down like a dog on a bone as he comes in, protecting it along those boards. He'll get it here to Graham Hossack. Withers wins another one. Halifax with some momentum coming their way here. Fennell, Eric Fennell passes it. Robinson was heading to the net, and it's going to be Rochester ball. They'll get it back. Trying to end this run here by the Thunderbirds. They'll start out of the corner. Holden to Katoni, flipping the stick a couple times before passing it off to Bertrand. Back to Katoni. Katoni looks, he shoots, he scores! Holden Katoni on a bouncer past Warren Hill. A huge goal for Rochester.
It was only a matter of time for Holden Katoni to find the back of the net. He already had 3 assists. He was all over the place, and look at this shot on the run. An absolute candidate. Great little flip pass from Bertrand, and we'll see this right here, right through the wickets. One more look. And look at the doubles pick there. Frees up enough space for Katoni to wire that one home. Cut this lead to 2.
Tony with his younger brother Tate, now a member of Panther City. As it's going to be Rochester winning the draw, trying to get right back here. Back to within 1. They get the next one. Tony has it. Out in front, shot, and Hill with the save. Right there off of Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner's down. Half. Not sure if that's a cramp.
In the meantime, shot coming and a save there for Watson. That's big in a couple ways. He prevents it from going in, but allows. Now we got Thompson dropping the mitts. Here we go. Thompson in Halls. Gloves off, lids off, arm guards off. Thompson and Halls here. Delivering. Couple shots. The right attempted by Halls. Thompson with a right. He comes back. Crowd likes that. Another right landed. Halls with a couple he takes to the head, and he's done. Nungo Thompson getting the crowd fired up here in the nest.
Nungo Thompson quickly has become a fan favorite here in the nest. A spirited bout between Nungo Thompson and Tyler Halls. Halls landing obviously a couple of big bombs on Nungo Thompson, as you can see him leaking some blood there. couple young guns going toe-to-toe here, Pete.
Oh, yeah, that was some shots exchanged by both. There's maybe the one that drew the blood there, and then Thompson recovers despite taking that shot. And boom.
That's the KO shot there. Nungo Thompson, an absolute sicko.
I tell you what, we were just talking about season's tickets for Thunderbirds. I think they may have just sold a couple right there. Some of those fans that enjoyed that. And there goes Thompson. Look at, he's going to get the crowd fired up again. You got to love NLL lacrosse, people. They're loving it here in Halifax, that's for sure. It's been such a good year. So many great tight games across the league this year, Pat. You've seen a bunch of them, called a bunch of them. And we're just coming down to the wire. Still lots up for grabs. Playoff positions. The chase for the championship continues.
Oh man, has it been one heck of a season. It's going to be an unbelievable finish as well. Just even keeping it here in the East. You know, Toronto with 8 wins, Halifax with 8 wins, Georgia with 8 wins, and Toronto and Georgia playing here tonight. Georgia up 3-1 early in that first quarter. So Georgia with an opportunity to jump in front of Toronto, and if Rochester was to pull off the upset, they would actually jump into second, I believe. So a lot of shuffling around can happen over the next few weeks heading into the postseason.
Rochester with the balls. We get back to game action here. This is Turner Evans with it, looking to get away from Jake Withers. Comes over, and Warren Hill coming over as well to get in front of that ball. It's in his crease, and he'll scoop it up. And quickly, Graham Hossack will get it up to Tyson Bell. Bell slows it down enough to get the ball to Dawson Thede, native of Brooklyn, Ontario. Thede looks, decides to shoot. No problem for Watson. Ends up in the corner. Pushy hustles in there for the Thunderbirds. There's going to be a reset no matter what here, no matter who gets this one, as it went off Watson. Quite the scrum, and Thede delivers a big hit. Not one, but two. For all that, though, Rochester will get the ball. Coates coming into Halifax territory. Not a great feed. Jumping to try and grab it is Terafenko. And Withers will play it as he tries to get it over to Gillies, who had a great first quarter with some opportunities. In transition, Colton Armstrong lost the ball, but he's doing his best to get it back, and that's a possession call. Dawson just a little too aggressive there. Armstrong takes one for the team, but he's going to be slow to get up here as he went in pretty awkwardly into those boards.
Yeah, unfortunately, where our press box is situated, we didn't really see how he landed in the boards, but Army's a tough customer. He wouldn't lay down unless he was feeling the effects of that check.
Stephen Keogh over to Robinson. Playing whistle down with 9:51 left to go here in the fourth. It is 9-7. Halifax out in front. You're watching the National Lacrosse League here on TSN.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon, at 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks. You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score. We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
Welcome back to Halifax Thunderbirds, lead at 9-7, and thanks in part to Warren Hill, who's made some big saves. It's time for the save of the game. That
great stop right on the doorstep. Thomas Hogarth absolutely robbed. A little shovel feed from Ryan Smith before that, but it's the king of the hill, as they call him here in Halifax, who got the better of Hogarth. That's why it was the save of the game.
The Alterna saving save of the game. And we might see another one still, though, before it's all said and done. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
I tell you, Joel Watson probably was honorable mention for a few of his big stops.
Here's Hogarth looking for one, but denied by Hill. Keeps it 9-7. Tyson Bell. Bell drops it right here in the stick of Theed. Shanks. Nice little move here. Halifax gets it over. Theed. Shot blocked. And it rolls down inside Halifax territory. Coates grabs it. He goes, shoots it. Hill coming over. Big save. He's going to maybe have to make another one. No, Reese couldn't get it. And up the other way. Here come the Thunderbirds. There's the pass by Terafenko. Shot up and over the net.
Another block by Dan Dawson. Him and Coates, the two veterans on this defense, have been lights out here tonight.
Hill wanted to feed that one up the floor. There was nobody there, so he gets it here instead. For Jake Withers. Withers, who scored the first goal ever here in Halifax. Been great on the draws tonight. Chris Boucher. Boucher, Shanks, got to be careful here. He gets knocked down. Ball is just going to be right on the line, and Fennell couldn't get there in time. Rochester with it. And they'll try and chip away here, just down 2. Knight. Tony back to Knight. They play a little catch. Burke moves it over now. Out in front, Tony right at the crease, couldn't grab it. Bell does. Tyson Bell. One hand onto his stick as he cradles the ball. Bell to the far side for Shanks. Here's Fennell. Wires one on net. No worries for Watson. Scoops it up. Stick save by Joel Watson. Burke. Smith. Back to Burke, the former Thunderbird. The Smith just couldn't get it. He grabs it in the corner, though. Being watched by David Brock. He tries the dunk, and no, sir.
Yeah, you mentioned Mike Burke. Played with this Halifax team last year, 31 points. He was a big part of the offense. Unfortunately, just with all the righties, they had to let him go, and I was glad to see Rochester pick them up because there's no doubt this guy can contribute on a National Lacrosse League roster.
Oh, 100%. Good to see him get another opportunity. Robinson drops it. No good, and now it's Rochester up the other way. Ogilvie coming in, and Keogh kind of prevented him from getting a good shot away, but Mitch Ogilvie scored his first National Lacrosse League goal earlier in this game. Big moment for him. Went to University at Guelph, played field lacrosse there. Some guys are taking that route. Here's Theed. Theed passes it far side, looks for Shanks. Shanks may get it back here with little time though left on the shot clock, so he's wanting to call. Not going to get it. Play continues. Here's Reese. the Knights. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Thunderbirds in the battle of the birds, up by 2. Knight will get it in. Will he get it back? He tried to grab it. Now he does. It comes off the glass.
I'm right behind you, Hoagie.
And here's a shot from way out. Smith didn't miss by much there. And here comes Graham Hosick. Scored a beauty earlier in this one.
You can see Stephen Keogh directing traffic off the bench. Hosick was looking for that pass, puts his hand up to slow things down. Smart move, and good job by Keogh to recognize the situation.
Jamison, Keogh shoots. Kind of jammed there a little bit. Again, couldn't get the shot away he was kind of wanting to. And it'll be played by Paul Dawson.
Yeah, Rochester's defense has done a great job jamming up the shooters of Halifax.
Hogarth gets away from a check. Nice pass and a shot. And Warren Hill with the save, looks up the floor again. Decides not to take any chances there. Instead, he gets the ball here to David Brock. Brock, Fennell. Here's Peterson. Peterson. Robinson gets open, comes down low. Shanks out in front, shot. Oh, big save, Watson. That's huge. That may have been enough if Halifax scores there. 4.5 to go. Going to be a great finish here on the East Coast tonight as Bertrand has it. There's Catoni, loves to shoot on the move. We saw him score like that earlier in this corner. And we get a break with 4:17 to go. 9-7 for Tyson Bell and the Thunderbirds. It's the NLL on TSN.
Sports Interaction, Canada's odds maker. All right, fans, there they are. Enjoying this one. It's time for the Fanatics' turning point of the game. Patrick.
And it was Fennell crashing the goal, picking up the rebound and scoring, making it 7-6. And since then, it's been the Halifax Thunderbirds leading the way. And that's why that's our turning point of the game.
And Thompson getting ready to get the gear back on, get ready to get back out there after a spirited bout.
Try to get some zippers there on the under the eyelid.
A little repair maybe. Here's Clark Peterson, gets the pick, takes the shot on the run, and a save by Watson. Rochester moving it up the floor, trying to grab it, Turner Evans, and just couldn't reach it. Warren Hill does, and then he gets sort of knocked over. And Halifax will get control here. Turner Evans a little slow to get up after that collision too. He went down awkwardly. Let's take a look. I think it was just really Yeah, he may have fallen on the turf.
Yeah, definitely a non-contact, so you're hoping Evans is okay. Anytime it's a non-contact injury, though, never a good sign at all.
Cody Jamieson fights off a check as he delivers a check of his own, just says, take that, Willman. But here comes Rochester up the other way. Another big hit, that one from Colton Armstrong on Wagner, and some more hits in the corner. What a shift here. My goodness.
Armstrong dropping bodies all over the place. That time, dropping a big body at Paul Dawson.
Army's Army. Loving it here in Halifax. Here's a pass, a fake, and the score by Austin Shanks. A little insurance by the Thunderbirds.
You see here, not in transition, but it's not a settled situation as Shanks recognizes it's a slow change for Rochester. Feed with another beautiful feed. The Whitby Warrior connection beats the former Whitby Warrior goalie Watson. And it's an insurance marker, like you said, Pete, 10-7 the score for Halifax.
This is among the loudest the Nest has been in a while, that's for sure.
Oh, it's been an electric crowd here on a Friday night in Nova Scotia.
Bell, after another win by Jake Withers. Eric Fennell twirling the stick. Gets it over to Chris Boucher, to Shanks. Back to Fennell. Fennell making his way in. He fires and tried to sort of send one over the right shoulder of Watson. Keel grabs a loose ball. Keel shoots, he scores! Oh my goodness! Stephen Keel, another highlight reel goal by Stephen Keel. My goodness, another dandy.
Stephen Keel, are you kidding me? This guy is addicted to scoring nasty, nasty goals. As it starts off, we'll see an unbelievable goal from Stephen Keogh. Toe drag on the turf. And the Halifax faithful giving Joel Watson the old Bronx cheer.
And they're having fun tonight. Bell getting it in. Pass. Jamieson has it. He feeds it over to Boucher for the quick stick. Shanks picks up the loose ball. He fights off a check, just rolls off it and bounces it over to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson. There's a shot coming and denied. Right there was Peterson. He may pick up his own loose ball. What a great move by Peterson to get that loosey. Showing some good hockey skills there. Looked like Pat Gregoire in men's league.
Not quite, Pete, not quite.
So coming down to the wire here, a 4-goal lead by the Halifax Thunderbirds in their final regular season home game. Smith shoots, tried to go over the shoulder of Hill. Went a little too high. Terefenko couldn't grab it. Here's an attempt. That goes in behind the net. Crease anyway. Halifax ball. Tyson Bell will play it here at center. So this is another piece of the puzzle. Halifax.
Lucas Coote
victory tonight.
Lucas Coote in net as well. I think utilizing his speed, so when they get a possession, they can get him quickly to the bench.
Reset here for Halifax. Only a minute to go in regulation. Listen to the crowd. They have been entertained here tonight. Stephen Keogh looks, shoots, that's blocked. And it's going to be played here by Whitty. He was the one that blocked it. It's now or never here for the Knighthawks. Whitty shoots and down is Hill, and Warren Hill been spectacular tonight, keeping Rochester to 7. Nice and Bell in the corner looking forward. Withers there too. Another shot, another save by Hill. Tyson Bell in for Brad Gillies. Gillies is going to just let the clock tick down. Tyson Bell trying to fire up the crowd. It's not going to take much to do that, but he's adding to it. That will do it. The Thunderbirds are back on track. Warren Hill and the Birds with an 11-7 victory tonight. The Nest Protector is back with a victory.
It's a bounce-back win for the Thunderbirds, but it's an even bigger bounce-back performance from the backbone of the Halifax Thunderbirds, Warren Hill, finishing off with 43 stops en route to a huge 11-7 victory to get back in the win column and keep pace with it, which is such an absolute meat grinder in the East.
Well, speaking of back, Maxine is back as well here in Halifax. With a solid win, Rochester. Man, they made a game of it. It was a tight game. It was like either tied or one-goal game for a good chunk of it until really the fourth, and Halifax never looked back, even going back into the third. Gotta love the handshakes after the hits. I mean, we thought we saw a big hit Sunday at the Oscars, Patty. There were some bigger hits here tonight, for sure. But you gotta love the handshakes. There's a guy that took a hit or two and delivered a couple himself, smiling along with Dawson Feed.
Yeah, it's no breaking news that Nungo Thompson has a better right-hand hook than Will Smith, but it's certainly on display here tonight.
And old Tyson Geik is down there in the middle of it all, and he's gonna have a post-game interview coming up as the Thunderbirds salute the fantastic fans here in Halifax. All right, let's go down. Tyson standing by with Eric Fennell. Tyson.
Thank you very much, Pete. Eric, 2 goals for yourself tonight. You found a sort of consistency in your game this season. Just been a member of this team that the team can really count on night in and night out. What has changed for you this season?
Just hard work. I live by the motto of never quit, never give up, and good things will come to guys that just never give up, and I believe that's the motto of this team, the motto of our coaches, the ownership, and the people that live out in Halifax. We love being here, and I love playing for this team, and I'll never give up.
You dropped 4 straight. The team needed a big bounce-back performance. It looks like you got that here tonight. The crowd absolutely in it. One of the loudest that this building has been all season long. How good does that feel before you go on the road to close out the season?
At the end of the day, it's just another game. We need to focus for the next game, because if we continue to lose after tonight, this win means nothing. So our mentality is shift to next week against Calgary. We're going to put in everything that we got into every single day and never quit, and that's just how we roll.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Eric Fennell, 2 goals this evening. Pete, Pat, we will have a little bit more with you two coming up right after the break here on the NLL on TSN. Stay tuned. The post-game report is coming right up.
What is belief? Nathan McKinnon? At 14, he wasn't wishing he'd make it to the NHL. He believed that he would. So while other kids were playing video games, he was putting in the work to make his dream come true. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Introducing Fanatics.ca, Canada's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues and teams you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.ca, officially licensed everything.
You like checks. Hey, we like checks. You like new moves. We like new moves. You like to score. We like to assist. Alterna Savings, the good in banking.
Offers easy, more personal financial services and puts the good in banking. Visit Alterna.ca to learn more. By Fanatics.ca, the NLL's home for officially licensed everything. Visit Fanatics.ca today. And by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
The lacrosse game is wrapped up. The fans don't want to go home, though, Pat. They're enjoying this one very much, I could say, tonight for sure.
Yeah, one of the most electric crowds we've heard at the Nest, and I know it's been an up and down season for this franchise and their fan base. Some limited fans, but we had full capacity here tonight. It was a great victory. It wasn't a pretty victory for the Thunderbirds, but it was a gritty victory, and sometimes it's those wins that can turn the season around.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers from tonight's lacrosse game and how it all went down. Shots fairly even, really, when it was all said and done.
Yeah, and the thing that was not even was the face-off. Jake Withers putting on an absolute clinic once again. The power plays, though, a good job by the Rochester Knighthawks to stay out of the box and do well on the penalty kill when they were down, but it was not enough as they could not come out with a victory. Unfortunately for them, their playoff hopes are done, but what we saw from them, they're a team that's going to battle to the very end.
Speaking of battles, some great battles around the National Lacrosse League as we take a look at some of the out-of-town scores, including going back to last night.
Well, last night was a huge win for the Bandits, but a huge win for Halifax as the Wings could potentially be in that playoff spot. A game that no doubt the Thunderbirds have their eyes on. The Rock and Swarm tied 3-3, but some big games coming up as well. It's a loaded schedule. We even have some Monday evening lacrosse as well. It's going to be a bad weekend to be a coach, Pete.
I love it. Yeah, a little Monday night lacrosse. That's going to be fantastic. Now, we won't know exactly until it's all over and said and done this weekend, but here are some of the scenarios for the Thunderbirds.
If you are a Thunderbirds fan, you're cheering against New York in that last game. You'll see here. So Philadelphia lost, Albany lost, New York lost. It's going to be a little bit of a while till we find out, but they could punch their ticket come Monday evening.
Technically, it is possible. Math isn't our thing, but good job someone in the league has done the math for us, that is for sure. Well, it was a great night here in Halifax. It was Pride Night, and certainly always a big night here for sure, and a successful night for the Halifax Thunderbirds as they defeat the Rochester Knighthawks. On behalf of our entire crew, including Tyson Geik, all our great people down in the truck, our camera people, everyone, and Pat Gregoire, I'm Pete Dalladay from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Good night, lacrosse fans.